Okay, please open up your Microsoft Excel and please place your cursor in A1. Okay, today we're going to continue with some more formatting basics. What we're going to do today is we're going to work with number formats, and we're also going to work with some indenting. Okay, so let's start with, we're just going to start here, and we're going to put my clothing inventory. All right, and then in A3, I'd like you to type the word pants, and I would like you to go down to A4 and type long, and then I'm going to have you put, this isn't really going to make much sense as far as why I'm putting the numbers in. Just follow along. Shorts, and you're going to put $14.99, and then you're going to do dress pants, and we're going to use $16.99. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is shirts, and then we're going to do hoodies. And please place, I want you to follow along and do all this as I'm doing it, please. Hoodies, $29.99. T-shirts, we're going to put $9.99. And let's do dress shirts, and we're going to do $14.99. Okay, let's stop there as far as our input, data input. All right, so the first thing I'd like to do is have our title stand out. Now, for this data sheet, we don't have to merge and center. You can, but because it's only 2 columns, it looks okay just like that. But just to review from the last one, we're going to highlight this, and we are going to merge and center it. And see what happens when you merge and center that. It kind of cuts some of it off. So let's just click merge and center again to go back to splitting those cells back up. All right, the first thing I want you to conceptually look at is we have 2 different types of data in our spreadsheet here. We have data on pants and we have data on shirts. So we want to figure out a way to change the formatting so that those 2 words kind of stand out. We could center them, we could bold them, we could change the size, we could change the color, we could underline them, all of those things. But we can also do something which is called indenting. So I'd like you to click on A3 for pants and then hold down the control key. When you hold down the control key and then click on A7 with the control key down, you select both of those. All right, and then all we're going to do is go up to this alignment group on the home tab, and we're going to choose the increase indent. And we're just going to offset those a little bit. But now that they're also highlighted now still, I would like to, let's just underline those, and we'll do just a double underline. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do, we'll unclick that just so you can see how that looks. And now we're going to work with number formats. So let's highlight B4 through B6. All right, we're going to open up the number dialog box. You can do some things here in the number group, but let's go right into the Format Cells number tab. And let's go to the currency. So we're going to change these numbers from a general number to actually currency or money. All right. So it's asking you a bunch of different things. How many decimal places do you want to show? Well, we have 2 already, so let's stick with 2. Do you want the $sign to show or not? You can choose none, or you could choose any of these types of currencies. Okay, and we're going to stick with the dollar sign because that's what we want. And then it also gives you an option. How do you want negative numbers to show up? Well, we'll just do negative in parentheses just to change it up a little bit. And we hit OK, and then you have those numbers as currency. Okay, we're going to do something different with B8 through B10. So highlight those. This time we're going to go back to the number, and this time let's go to the accounting format. So if you notice with the currency format, the dollar sign is placed directly to the left of the last number. Okay, now what we're going to look at is the accounting style. And again, we're going to choose 2 decimal places, and we're going to, yes, have our symbols show, and we hit OK. Now the difference between the currency and the accounting is, number 1, where the dollar signs are placed. The dollar signs in the accounting are aligned vertically to the left of the cell. So this is called a fixed dollar sign because it's fixed in one place. Up here, the currency style is known as floating dollar sign. And it's called a floating dollar sign because it floats with however the dollar figures are. It just appears to the left of the dollar figures. I'm going to come over here in D4, and I'm going to put 2240. I'm going to drop down to D5 and put 105620, and then I'm going to do 555.00, just so you kind of can see the floating dollar sign. I'm going to do it from here in the group this time so you can see the difference. I'm going to choose currency, and there you can better see how the currency kind of floats. All right, so this currency is floating, accounting is fixed. There's a lot of other formats you can do here, and we'll get into some of them. Right now I'm going to do the now function for you, which is a function formula, a formula that's already built into Excel. I'm not going to get into a lot of these right now. We'll do these later, but just so you can kind of see how this works. We're going to click here, and then I'm going to just, where that's highlighted in the search for function, I'm just going to type the word now and hit go. There's the now function. I'm going to just hit OK. And then it says returns the current date and time formatted as a date and time. This function takes no arguments, and you're just going to hit OK. Now you've got today's date and the exact time in military time. All right, now you can go to the number dialog box launcher, and you can go to date, and you can change that however you want to format that. And I personally always like that one, so I'm just going to hit OK. And there is our now function with today's date. Okay, notice if I click on A1, I have my clothing inventory in the formula bar, but if I click on E1, I don't have the date that's written in the formula bar. I have a formula here because that is, so when we get into formulas, the formula is always written in the formula bar, and then the result of the formula is written in the cell itself. Okay, hope that wasn't too confusing. I hope that you understand how to indent. We also double underlined. We also differentiated between currency style and accounting style. And lastly, we did the now function to get the current date on our documents. Okay, stay tuned for our next video.